This month for the hang compression press handstand pancake workout, we're working on the pike position. So it's just legs together and then trying to straighten the legs out. So your first version for the hang, you might just do a hanging knee raise. If you find that the full body weight one of that is too heavy, you could have the ring set up where you keep one foot on the ground and just do one leg and then straighten that one leg even if you still can't take the full weight. If you can take the full weight, you can start with just the bent knee version and just doing 3 knee raises, staying in that nice dead hang position and just bring both knees up like that. Then you can come up and extend, lower down, and then you want to work on lifting and lowering for the 3 reps. Really trying to keep the shoulders open throughout so that way you're not just front levering, so you don't want to close the shoulders. You're going to keep that open and do it from the bottom up so it mirrors the development that you're looking for in the press handstand. Another option to try with the press handstand for the pike one, because it's a big step up from the straddle. Depending on how strong you are, for me it is a big step because I can straddle strike quite wide, so it makes it a lot heavier when I'm the feet together. So I'm just working on getting a tuck position here, up into a pike. So you can see here, even though I'm very flexible in the hamstrings, the relative strength in my spine, my thoracic, and the tension in my lats makes it hard to get that straight line all the way through. So you'll see what I mean as I go up, it just tucks under. So if the box is higher, it'll straighten out more. But here I'm just trying to get the press as well. So getting as much load into my hand, keeping the weight in the center of the palm, and then pressing up through there, and then trying to get the butt over the fingertips. So I'm in that tuck position, I'm in that press and the plant forward, and then really trying to roll my spine up as far as I can, keep shrugging, keep working for that, and then come down, control it, tuck the butt under eccentrically, load it, and then again press up, use the traps, try to really get the butt up and over. And as you can see there, I've got some work to do to get the butt further and control the hip flexors. Get my hands a bit closer to do that as well will help. But it's just getting that shape and awareness and control. You can use a lower step or a chair if you don't have something this high. And then to work on the leg component, doing the tuck position, you can obviously start with no weight and then just coming down, rolling up, rolling down, reaching. From there, if I'm doing loaded, you obviously want to have that straight line one, which I'll show you in a sec. Just to review it, that forehead down, 1 segment at a time coming up, 1 segment at a time, and then going right down into that nice traction. There, you're getting 3 reps. Now, you want to have at least a 90-degree hip bend there with the locked knees and have that down. So my recommendation is to load that up and get strong in that before you begin the round-the-back Jefferson version, just because if you bend forward you don't have adequate range in the hamstring, so you can only kind of get to there, then you're going to way overload the lower back when you flex down. You definitely don't want to add weight to that until you're quite strong there. It's not to say that at some point people's spine can handle flexion under load, but if you're trying to develop the press handstand, it's not going to help you. It's going to make the area of the hip and spine more flexible that you don't need more flexible. You need more in the hips to get that nice pike position to make that better, whereas if you just do it in the lower back, it's not going to correct the imbalance relative to the lower back to the hip to get a better pike position in the pike press. So you're better off bring it back, focus on where the area that you've got the major restriction, improve that, and then come back to doing the round back one. And for me personally, I'll just do, I've been doing straight leg deadlifts instead of doing like bent knee ones at all, just because I want to get more and more range there to get more control through there and make my hamstrings stronger in that position. And I've also got to get my back stronger there to be able to hold that curve in that nice pike position and integrate that with good lat length and good trap strength and delt strength, so I get that nice kind of 7 position without getting the arch, the Mexican style version of it. So lots of things to work on, lots of fun, but if you do things properly, you're not going to overload one part of the body and have that breakdown. And for most people, if they don't have adequate mobility and they're kind of compensating, it's shoulders, neck, lower back, all these areas will get overworked because you don't have adequate mobility or stability and strength in the right ratios through the chain. So you want to have that nice even strength to be able to create the shapes and get the right alignment to disperse the force out of the spine and keep the spine healthy so you can keep enjoying the training. So yeah, if you've got any questions on the hand compression, press handstand, pancake, doesn't have to be this version, any version that you're working on, just send those 3 videos together in one video, or you can send them separate. It's just a bit easier if you've got them one after the other in a clip, so that way I can compare that, because usually it's going to tell the story of what's going on if you're having a challenge. If it's more to do with the pressing strength, if it's more to do with the compressing strength, if it's more to do with the leg mobility, it'll show up in all of them, but in the specific one, whether it's the hang, the push, or the leg like version I'm standing on here doing. So that'll kind of let us know where we can work, and it makes it easier for me to coach you on the improvement. See you next time.